Chapter 3. The Witch's Lair. Days passed, or maybe it was hours. Time had no meaning in the dreamscape. Ethan wandered through nightmarish landscapes, facing horrors that grew more terrifying with each step. He fought off monstrous beasts, escaped deadly traps, and learned to wield his sword with increasing skill. But no matter how many battles he won, he couldn't find a way out. One night, after what felt like an eternity, Ethan found himself at the entrance of a dark cave. A voice echoed from within, calling his name. It was a woman's voice, sweet and soothing, but Ethan knew better than to trust it. He gripped his sword tightly and stepped into the cave. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of herbs and smoke. Strange symbols were etched into the walls, glowing with an unnatural light. At the center of the cave stood a cauldron, bubbling with a foul-smelling liquid, and beside it, stirring the pot with a gnarled wooden staff, was a witch. "Welcome, young warrior," the witch crooned, her voice dripping with false kindness. "You've done well to make it this far." Ethan raised his sword, ready for another fight. "Let me out of here," he demanded. The witch chuckled, a sound that sent chills down Ethan's spine. "You cannot leave, child, not until you defeat the Dreamweaver himself. But first, you must face me." With a wave of her staff, the witch summoned a swarm of shadows, creatures that writhed and hissed as they surrounded Ethan. He swung his sword, slicing through the shadows, but for every one he defeated, two more took its place. "You cannot win," the witch taunted. "Give up, and I may let you rest." But Ethan refused to surrender. He focused on the symbols on the walls, remembering something he had read in a book about magic and curses. The symbols were the source of the witch's power. If he could destroy them, he might have a chance. Dodging the shadows, Ethan raced around the cave, slashing at the glowing symbols. With each strike, the symbols flickered and faded, and the shadows began to weaken. The witch screamed in fury, her face twisted with rage as her power waned. With one final swing of his sword, Ethan struck the last symbol, and the cave erupted in light. The shadows vanished, and the witch fell to the ground, defeated. Breathing heavily, Ethan approached the witch. "How do I get out?" he asked. The witch, her strength fading, pointed to a dark tunnel at the back of the cave. "The Dreamweaver's lair lies beyond. Defeat him, and you may wake."